Have you ever felt small, invisible, as if the world kept moving without noticing your essence? Maybe, in silence, you forgot yourself. But know this, there's a secret that can transform your life. A subtle, divine path, where choosing yourself every day is the deepest act of love and faith you can offer to your own soul. Today, we'll reveal how self-love is not just a feeling, but a daily encounter with God within you. An awakening that ignites the light of your soul and transforms pain into strength, loneliness into wholeness. Allow yourself to walk this journey with me, because by the end, something inside you will never be the same again. Feel embraced in this moment, as if I were holding your hand and looking into your eyes. I want you to know that this is a safe space, where every word is a silent hug, a gentle breath of hope for your soul. Today, we'll talk about something we often forget in the rush of life, but not the superficial kind, not the love of ego or appearance. I'm speaking of the deep love that comes from the soul, the kind that respects your limits, honors your own story, your pain, and your victories. Choosing yourself every day is an act of courage, because the world insists on making us believe we're not. It's easy to get lost among others' opinions, standards, and silent criticisms that echo in our minds. But even amid the chaos, there is a divine spark within you. A light that never goes out. God placed it there not to be dimmed, but to shine, to be recognized, to guide you back to yourself. Throughout this video, I want you to breathe deeply and allow yourself to feel every word. This isn't a theoretical lesson. It's an invitation to look within, to embrace your vulnerability, and to discover that it is, in truth, your strength. Let's walk together, step by step, from pain to faith, from doubt to the certainty that you deserve to choose yourself. And by the end, I hope you feel a gentle peace in your heart, a quiet rebirth that will inspire you to honor yourself every single day. Because loving yourself is also an act of gratitude to God. Every gesture of self-care is a silent prayer, a demonstration of faith. And as we come closer to this understanding, we'll see that choosing yourself daily is not selfishness. It's a sacred service, honoring what God so carefully created within you. How many times have you found yourself comparing your life to others, feeling like you'd never be enough? How many silent nights have you spent questioning your worth, trying to fill your emptiness with approval or achievements that never brought the peace you were searching for? This pain is more common than we realize, yet it's so silent, so well hidden behind smiles and routines. There's an invisible weight we carry, the belief that we must earn love, that our presence must be justified, that our worth is conditional. But take a deep breath, and let me tell you something you may have forgotten. You are enough simply because you exist. Your essence is perfect in God's eyes, even when your fears or mistakes try to convince you otherwise. The pain of abandonment, rejection, and judgment, both internal and external, makes us forget who we are. It's like walking through a desert with no water, no shade, holding only the faint hope that life must be more than suffering. Every painful memory, every unhealed wound, every silent tear forms part of a mosaic of experiences that, though difficult, is also an invitation to look within. God never abandons us in these moments. He watches quietly, waiting for us to turn our attention back to Him and to our own soul. And yet, pain often blinds us to the love around us, to the strength within us, to the beauty we carry. But feeling this pain, recognizing it, and accepting it as part of our humanity is the first step toward transformation. It's the moment we realize that something greater is guiding us, and that even in the darkness, there is a divine purpose behind every tear, every fear, every long night. God sees your pain. He doesn't just watch, He feels it with you. Like a loving father, a gentle mother, a divine presence that never leaves your side. When we allow our wounds to be seen in divine light, we begin to understand that every trial has a purpose. Every hardship is a call to grow. Suffering is not punishment. It's a portal to awakening faith and self-compassion. Imagine each pain as a stone along your path. Alone, it's heavy. But when God guides you, that stone becomes a step. Every tear shed, every heartbreak, every moment of loneliness can become a stairway toward deeper self. God teaches us that we don't have to carry everything alone. We can surrender, trust, and in that surrender, begin to choose ourselves again, quietly, gently, and faithfully, every single day. When we turn to Him, we find a mirror for the soul. He shows us that we are worthy, that our value doesn't depend on what the world thinks or what we achieve, but on our sacred essence. Faith transforms how we see pain. It helps us understand that every challenge is a silent teacher, guiding us to love, to forgive, to accept. And when we recognize this divine presence in our lives, we discover that self-love isn't just a human act. It is a reflection of God as grace within us. Healing begins with small gestures of surrender and attention. Breathe, close your eyes, and allow God to guide your heart. The path of healing is not linear, nor is it quick. It is made of gentle moments and silent revelations. Prayer, even brief and humble, is a direct bridge to the soul. When you open yourself to God, you open yourself to you, recognizing your worth and embracing your imperfections. Accepting yourself also means trusting that every step, every stumble, is part of a greater plan. God teaches us that self-love blooms when we learn to treat ourselves with the same tenderness with which He treats us. Every morning is an opportunity to begin again, to look in the mirror and whisper, "I choose myself. I am worthy." And in doing so, we feel a lightness that once seemed impossible, a quiet peace that rekindles hope even on the darkest days. Reflecting on our achievements, giving thanks for small victories, and allowing forgiveness to fill our hearts are practices that transform life. Healing is not just about easing pain, it's about reconnecting with your true essence, feeling divine love pulse through every cell, remembering that you are sacred and deserving of joy. And when that happens, the soul breathes, the mind calms, and the heart finds its natural rhythm, the rhythm of faith and self-compassion. As we choose to love ourselves each day, something profound awakens within us. Fight is reborn quiet, yet strong. It's no longer a distant or abstract belief. It's the certainty that God is with us in every step, that every challenge can be faced, and that every tear has meaning. We feel our hearts open, and fear, insecurity, and doubt begin to lose their power in the presence of the light rising from within. This renewal teaches us that faith is practical, it's action, it's a daily choice. Every gesture of kindness toward yourself, every word of forgiveness, every moment of silence and connection with God reinforces that we are worthy of love, happiness, and wholeness. Eat. It's like feeling the sun after a storm. Its warmth surrounds and reminds us that everything has a greater purpose. Renewing faith is also recognizing our own strength. We realize that we are capable of standing up, even after painful falls, and that God has given us the ability to choose self-love as a living form of prayer. This awareness transforms life, bringing serenity and courage to face whatever lies ahead, knowing that we are never alone. When self-love becomes a habit, life reveals itself under a new light. What once felt heavy and impossible is now seen with softness and acceptance. We begin to look at ourselves with tenderness, understanding our flaws and celebrating our virtues. Our connection with God becomes more intimate. We feel His presence, not only in moments of prayer, but in every gesture, every thought, every heartbeat. This new perspective allows us to embrace life with gratitude and wholeness. Small moments become daily miracles. A sincere smile, a kind word, the realization that we are loved exactly as we are. And in this state of awareness, we understand that self-love is not selfishness. It is a bridge that allows us to love others more authentically, more compassionately, more divinely. Inner peace blooms when we allow ourselves to be human, when we accept ourselves and choose ourselves every single day. In that space of serenity, we can see life clearly, recognizing that every challenge was an opportunity for growth, every pain an invitation to faith, and every act of self-love a reflection of God's love within us. Loving yourself is an act of faith. Every gesture of self-care is a silent prayer, a recognition of God's presence in your life. By choosing yourself daily, you discover that your worth depends on nothing external. It is born from your own heart, from your sacred essence. Every step on this path is a celebration of life, an honoring of the divine creation that lives within you. Carry this truth with you. You are worthy, you are loved, and you deserve to choose yourself always. The journey of self-love never truly ends. It renews itself each day, in every conscious choice to care for yourself, in every moment of gratitude, in every prayer spoken with sincerity. And as you recognize your own light, you also become light for the world, inspiring others to love themselves, to respect themselves, and to trust in God. Remember, self-love is the fertile soil where faith blossoms, where peace finds its home, and where life reveals itself in all its fullness. Choosing yourself, therefore, is a divine act, proof that even amid pain and challenges, it is possible to live with courage, hope, and love. It is a path of light, a quiet, continuous journey, yet one that transforms the soul profoundly. If this message touched your heart, it's because God is whispering for you to rediscover and renew yourself. Allow yourself to cultivate this self-love every day as a living prayer that strengthens your soul and lights your path. In the next video, we'll explore how to transform pain into divine wisdom, how every challenge can become a portal for growth and reconnection with the sacred essence that lives within you. Subscribe to the channel. Allow this journey of faith and healing to continue. And remember, by choosing yourself, you honor the love of God within you.